Hello friends, this is Om Prakash Samantrai, Assistant Professor in CSC. We are discussing structured query language. In my previous videos, I have explained how to create a table, how to alter a table, and we have also discussed some operators used in SQL. In this video also, we'll discuss some of the other operators which are used in structured query language. See, the arithmetic operators like plus, minus, see plus and minus can be unary as well as binary. If you are using plus with only one operand, that is called as unary operator, right? If you are using that with the two operands, then that is called as binary operator. So to perform these arithmetic operators, you usually use a dummy table, a default table called as dual. So dual is a default table having only one row and one column, right? Because to perform any arithmetic operation in SQL, you need at least one table. That's why dual can be used to perform these arithmetic operations. So if you execute select plus 3 from dual, it will give you the result plus 3. 3. Select minus 4 from dual, it will give you the value minus 4. Or you can also use plus and minus with two operands. Let us see that. Let us connect to the user Om with the password OPS we have created in the last video. Now simply execute select minus 3 from dual. The result is minus 3. Similarly, if you give plus 3 here, the result is plus 3. Instead of that, you can also give some other values. 5 minus 3 of 5 minus 3 is 2, right? So you can perform any arithmetic operation in this way. So dual is a default table which has only one row and one column, and usually we use dual to perform these arithmetic operations or any other operations in SQL. All right. So similarly, you can perform all these operations, right? Now the concatenation operator. We have seen the use of concatenation operator in the last video. This is used to concatenate, means to join messages, different messages with different values. One message can be concatenated with other messages, or one message can be concatenated with values, and so on, right? So here in this case, select name is the string which is supplied in the single quotes, is concatenated with the value of the attribute ename. So ename is the column name here from the table employee. So emp is the table. From that emp table, the values of the column ename are extracted and concatenated with the string name is. So for all the rows, the string name is will be displayed before the employee name. So name is Smith, name is Alan, name is some other employee. So for all the rows in the employee table, these kind of messages will be displayed. So you can simply execute that. uh, Select, okay, actually that this symbol is not working in my keyboard. So let us copy this. I will copy this symbol, right, and simply I'll paste here. So select name is should be supplied within the single quote, right? Should be supplied in single quotes, and ename is the column name from the table emp. So emp does not exist in this uh, user, so simply you can copy that. I've shown you in the previous video how to copy that default table emp from Scott. Simply copy all these things and paste here. Now again, if I copy this and let me clear the screen, I'll do that. Select single quote, name is, then the concatenation operator ename from emp. You can see here name is Smith, name is Ellen, name is Word. So these are the values of the ename column, and then string name is suffixed or concatenated with all these values. So this is the concatenation operator. Similarly, you can see there are some comparison operators. Equal to is a comparison operator. So if you execute select ename from employee, where salary is equals to 1500, so salary is compared with 1500, so that is a comparison operator. So if you execute this one, select, you can see here salary equals to 1500. So salary column values are compared with 1500, and the corresponding value of ename is displayed in the result. So similarly, you can also use this symbol which denotes not equals to. Okay, caret symbol equals not equals to, or you can also use like this. See, both of these symbols represent not equals to. Either you can use like this, or you can use like this, less than symbol or greater than symbol. Both of these symbols represent not equal to sign, right? So equal to, not equal to, these are the comparison operators. Similarly, you can use greater than, less than, greater than equals to, less than equals to, and so on, right? So in is an operator used to compare many values. Suppose I want to display the employees who belong to department number 20 or department number 30. What do you need to do? Simply you need to type the execute the query. The query is select asterisk from EMP where DEPT number in 20, 30. So DEPT number, value of the DEPT number is compared with 20 as well as 30. So any row which contains either 20 or 30 are displayed in the result. You can see in the result it is either 20 or 30. So it is similar to the OR operation, right? Okay, to show the result in a customized way, you can execute these things. Set line size 150, set page size 100. You can see department number, and department number is either 20 or 30. Similarly, in place of in, you can also write not in. Not in. This is opposite of in. So it will compare the values of department number with 20 or 30, and it will show you the rows which are not either 20 or 30. You can see it shows you only department number 10. So these two are completely opposite, right? Similarly, you can also write, you can also use the operator any. Hmm. So if I write department number equals to any of 20 and 30, right? It will give you either 20 or 30, right? Or in place of any, you can also use some. Same result, you will get the same result. If I get all, so department number should be 20 as well as 30. That is not possible, because one employee belong to either 20 or 30. Employee cannot belong to more than one department. So that's why there is no such row where the department number is 20 as well as 30. That's why the result is no row selected. So if you write all here, then the DPT number values which matches with both the values here, all the values within this parenthesis, those rows will be resulted in the result, right? So that is the use of uh, any and all. Similarly, between, suppose I want those employees whose salary is between 2000 or between some lower value 500, highest value 2000. So you just need to write select asterisk from EMP where salary between 500 and 2000. So you can see the minimum value is 500 and maximum value is 2000. So between this range, you'll get those rows whose salary is within this range, right? 500 to 2000. So this is similar to your AND operation. Salary greater than equals to 500. Okay, let us see whether it is inclusive of these values or not. Let us use 1500 as the highest value. You see 1500 is included here. That means when you use between, it is similar to um, salary greater than equals to 500 and salary less than equals to 1500. So both these values are included here in the result. So this is similar to your AND operation, right? Fine. Next, exist. if you execute this statement, select asterisk from EMP where exist, select ename from EMP where manager is null. So it will return if the inner query gives at least one row, then only it will give you the true value. Let us execute this. Let me copy that. Yeah, that is not in a correct format, that's why that is not being copied. So let us type this, select asterisk from EMP where exist, select ename from EMP where manager is null. Right, so if see, select ename from EMP where MGR is null. So in the table there are some rows where the manager value is null. So out of the 14 rows, you'll get certain rows where the manager is null, right? That means the result of this inner query will give some positive number, right? If the result is a positive number, then this statement will be executed correctly. So select ename from EMP will be executed. It will give all the values. Ename from the employee will be displayed here. If I write if I write DPT number is null, I have just changed the attribute name here. DPT number is null. You can see the result is no rows selected because the inner query select ename from EMP where DPT number is null will give you 0 rows because there is no such row where the DPT is null. You can see in the table all the rows has a particular department number. The department number cannot be a null value. That's why the inner query gave you the um, uh, 0 rows or no rows. That's why the outer query will not be executed correctly. That is the use of exists. If this is true, then only this will be executed. That creates a link between these two queries, right? So like and not like we have already discussed in our previous video. You can watch my previous video to know about like operator. And these are the some of the questions. List the details about Smith. It's very simple. Select asterisk from EMP where ename like Smith. List out the employees who are working in department 20. So very simple. Select asterisk from EMP where DEPT number equals to 20. Very easy and simple queries. Come to question number 7. List out the employees whose name starts with S and end with H. So select asterisk from EMP where ename like S percentile H. So percentile is the wildcard pattern. Similarly, list out the employees whose name length is 4 and start with S. Name length is 4. So first letter is S, then next three characters can be represented using underscore. So S underscore 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 can be written. So these are simple queries you can execute. I come to the next one. Logical operators and or not, right? These are the logical operators. So when you have multiple conditions, you can combine those conditions using AND or, right? Not can be used for negation. If it is true, not of true is false. If it is false, not of false is true. It's similar to the negation operation. If you execute select asterisk from EMP where job is null, so instead of writing job is not null, you can write simply use the not operator here. Hmm. So select asterisk from EMP where not job is null. You can see job is not null here in any of these rows. That is the use of not. Similarly, if you have multiple conditions, suppose I'll write select asterisk from EMP where salary greater than 500 and job equals to clerk. The two conditions are added here. In place of and, you can also write or. So and or difference is in case of and, when both the conditions are true, then only the rows will be displayed. You can see job is clerk in all the rows and salary is also greater than 500. So both the conditions are true in this case. But in case of or, either it is greater than 500 or that is the job is clerk, right? So if you have 300 here also, if the job is clerk, then that row will also be there in the result. So fortunately, all the rows, uh, for all the rows, the salary is greater than 500 here. So that's why all the 14 rows are selected in the result. Fine. So for this video, this is enough. We have discussed all the operators used in SQL. In the next video, we'll discuss different functions which are used in SQL. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please subscribe the channel to get more updates and upcoming videos. Thank you very much.